Hey Crusaders, Helena here with another episode of Saderview. As distance learning progresses, a lot of things have changed. Our distance learning correspondent McKay checks in some of the communications team.
Hey, hi. It's good to see you both.
Hi.
Hello.
So this is the interview for Saderview, and we just have a few questions about quarantine and how it's going for y'all and how you're managing everything.
Nice. I mean, it's so hard. You know what I mean? So tough. Uh, I will say that it is hard not being around the students every single day. You guys are the ones that breathe life into everything that's going on day in and day out. You give us energy as faculty and staff. And communications joke, you also give us content with the things that you do in your life. And so when we're away from one another, it can be a little bit more of a challenge. So in some regards, I do get to do interviews like this on my hammock, which is great. But in other regards, it is definitely challenging being away from everybody.
Yeah, I think being at home has definitely been kind of nice, a nice little break and a little rest. And I tend to like to stay behind the scenes. I'm not in front of the camera very often, so this is okay, but it's definitely hard to continue to connect, to try to connect the school because we're so far apart. So it's been, there's just good and bad to everything, but we definitely miss having the hustle and bustle of the students in the school. That's definitely a missing part of it for sure.
Yeah, I think it is such a good thing that the staff and the students, both of us on the sides, we're missing everything and missing everyone. But I think interviews like this, it's good to connect and see everyone. So I'm glad y'all are doing good. We just have a few questions that I actually asked some of my friends to help out with this so we could get some student perspective. But what was it like preparing for this distance learning, and how long has the school been preparing for?
Let me tell you something. This school turned it around so quickly. Like anybody, everybody was finding out about this at about the same time. And you'll remember that at an all-school meeting before we left, we had indicated that this may be the case. And then I think that everybody was just standing by and waiting to see what would happen. So over spring break, actually, our communications director, her name is Laura Duggan, she really took the lead and did not get much of a spring break because she was working behind the scenes to push out all of the communication to families and students so that they would know what to expect upon their return. And all of our administration was working together, as well, and they were able to have distance learning up and running by when you guys got back from spring break, which was pretty impressive, I would say, given the time constraint that we had. We had a week. Short answer, we had 1 week.
Yeah, it was incredible how fast y'all got everything together. That's amazing. And thank you for taking your spring break to have everything for us ready.
I took my spring break. I will tell you, I'll be honest here. I got my last hike in of the year. But when we got back on Monday, goodness, we were up and running for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was an easy transition, I think, for most of the students because of how prepared y'all were. So
that's encouraging to hear. We're glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's really good to hear.
What is it like running an Instagram page where you're talking to all the students and the alumni and everyone, all the different parts of it?
It is definitely a lot, but it doesn't change much, whether we're in school or out of school. We're always online. We're always trying to connect with what everyone's doing. It makes it a lot easier when you guys tag us, when you guys, send us anything, because there is so much going on. There's so many people who come in and out of the school that are doing amazing things. And so it is a lot to keep track of, but it is definitely a team of us that are sending things back and forth. But it's also a lot of fun because you guys are doing some awesome things and people love to see that online. So yeah, it's been a lot. It's been really fun, but it's a little bit of a challenge too.
Yes, because let me tell you, there are 360 something students, and there are 3 of us on the communications team. Tracking you guys down is no easy feat sometimes, but it's a fun feat. But I would say the best thing that students can do for us would be to just reach out and send us whatever's going on. You know, if you want to show us what your at home desk work situation is looking like, you know, we can compile a video and put it up there and for the whole crowd to see. You know, if you have a particular accomplishment that you're proud of, like send it our way and we'll get it up on social media. But we definitely need the participation of students so that we can make sure that we can celebrate you guys the way that we want to. That's what it's there for.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we'll definitely, after this interview, we'll have some submissions of people and what they've been doing. Because my friend actually, for her art project, painted her entire room wall. She's got a whole mural in her room.
Send it
That's
our
awesome.
way. See, we get excited about that stuff. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'll have her send that to you. So what is like the plan for all the seniors since everything has been canceled so far and put back for graduation?
Yeah, I know that seniors are living a different life than they expected right now, for sure. I think that they are working with Dr. Nichols and other members of our leadership team to come up with some solutions. I think that we're going to try to maintain the traditions that we have the best that we can given the circumstances. And hopefully involved in that, we can have some creativity too. And again, I would reiterate, send us your suggestions. You know, what are your thoughts? Let us know. We have an open door in communications for sure, and would love to hear what you guys would think might be feasible as well. I think I did just see, I think we posted it on our Instagram today though. If anybody is wanting to attend a prom on Friday, John Krasinski and Some Good News will be hosting a prom. So I will definitely be there. I don't know if I'm allowed, but I'm going to be there. So that could be a fun interim activity, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best good news from him so far. And that series is so fun to watch and definitely uplifting in this time.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah, I think Jessica and I are, you know, we're in communication, so we're really just a mouthpiece for anything going on for school. So I think for us, it's also mostly just making sure that you guys still celebrate it online the best that you can, because we can't do it in person. We're just going to try our best to take what we're given and just try to make you guys feel as special as we can. We've got some, you know, senior shout outs in the works for, you know, on the athletic side for the spring sports and decision day, you know, exciting things are happening there. So we're trying our best to just make sure that all of you guys feel connected and special, and the way that we all feel about you. And we hope it'll be received by you guys the best they can.
Yes, I think it will be. Thank you so much for doing this interview today.
You're so welcome. It was so fun. Thanks.
This year we have a new art teacher, Miss Mackenzie. Today she's going to share with us some of her students' artwork. And now another look at some more pets.
Hello, so it's MC and Gustafsson here. I'm sure some of y'all have met him or heard his name. He's my little friend. He's my little kitty. And we're here to kind of give a little check-in of how we're doing in quarantine. Please sit down. Yeah, we've been spending a lot of time outside, hanging out, practicing sitting. That's been a very fun activity. We have been practicing some sports, laying low, watched some new Netflix shows. We watched some Disney movies, which he really enjoys, the ones with fish in them. So that's been fun. Yeah, overall, obviously I'd rather be back at school, but we have been finding different ways to occupy ourselves while also finishing our schoolwork. So that's
Jojo, wake up. Jojo, come here. Jojo, come here. Follow me. You want some food? You want a treat? No? Why not?
And before I go, I want to teach you guys how to make an at-home mask that you don't need sewing for. So all you're going to need is a bandana. You can also cut a big square out into a t-shirt, and you're going to fold it in half, and another half, like so. And then you're going to put a rubber band on each end. Like so. Make sure that it's about 6 inches apart in the center. And once you've put the 2 rubber bands on, you're going to fold in the sides where the rubber bands cut off, like so. So they're going to be tucked in on this side, and the outer side is smooth. And once you've tucked in the edges, you're going to want to adjust a little bit depending on your face, but I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger so it stays a little bit better. And then you just put it over your mouth and tuck in the earpieces, and then tuck in any of the sides, and it should look something like this. That's all we have for you this week, Crusaders. Stay tuned for the next episode, stay safe, and bye, Crusaders!